Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Hope Fellowship on this wonderful, sunny, very sunny July 25th. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm glad you took time to join me today. We got lots of stuff going on today, lots of announcements that I think are going to be really good. I'm glad everyone's chiming in. Make sure you say a quick hello. Tell us where you're watching from, and then we'll get to that in just a few minutes. So let's dive into some stuff. First things first, just a heads up. If suddenly we lose a feed and the stream turns off, I'll try and get it running back up again. I'm having so many technical difficulties today. My computer went into intensive care this week, and I'm using my old one, which is just turning off on its own every once in a while. It's like, are you kidding me? So we're just trying. I hope I make it through. If we don't, we'll just come back next week and call it a rain day or sunny day. Sunday. Anyway, just kidding. But just warning you, this could cut off now. It could cut off later. I don't know. But just a heads up, and be ready for that. I'm sorry. I have no control over this one today. It's just been one of those days, but we're gonna still have an encouraging morning as long as we can. So let's dig in. A funny coffee joke. If you are trying to figure out what these different types of coffees are, I love this one. Americano is a black coffee. A flat white is called a white coffee. Cappuccino is called a frothy coffee. Latte is called a milky coffee. Espresso is a strong coffee. Macchiato or macchiato, whatever, is a milk topped with coffee, and then mocha is chalky coffee. Tea is not coffee, and hot chocolate is not coffee. Anyway, I thought it was funny. Birthdays. Lauren, happy birthday to you. The only child that has a birthday this week at Hope Fellowship that we're aware of. So happy birthday to you. And Ed, happy birthday to you. And you're a proud new grandpa, I think. Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a minute. Anniversaries, Mark and Joy, I know you're watching. Happy anniversary to both of you. That's really cool. Terry and Tatiana, your anniversary's coming up as well. And then Ken and Francis, anniversary's coming up this week. So 3 anniversaries from not having any. And let's just pray for another family. Dawn Gaudette, her husband works as a firefighter, and they've been through an awful lot of loss lately. And her son passed away this past year. They had a loss before that, and then her mom just passed away last night. It's like, really? That's just an awful lot of loss. So Dawn, we're praying for you, praying for peace, praying for your family. They watch. That's at least her husband watches once in a while on Sunday mornings here. So that's why I'm giving you a shout out, because you kind of participate in the sidelines, and it matters a lot to me. All right, we got a new birth, a serious birth. Oh yes, we do. We have got a new baby, Charlotte Isabel Mainland, July 22nd, 8 pounds 4 ounces. Yeah. So we got some new grandparents, we got some new parents, and little girl has a new sister. I didn't get a chance. I couldn't get permission on time to show the FaceTime picture of I think it's Evie watching and seeing for the first time her new sister. I thought that was really, really cute. So if we get permission, we'll show it to you next week. But congratulations, we got a new family in the house, or a new baby in the house, and that is the best birthday ever. So congratulations, Mike and Julie. Get some rest, you need it. And yeah, I think it's amazing. All right, after church, listen, if the live stream cuts out, there's no Zoom call because my computer crashed again. So unless I can get up and working at 11 o'clock, usually at 11 o'clock, we tend to go into Zoom. So if my computer crashes and things turn off, still come to the Zoom link at 11. I'll see. And if I'm not there, well, it's not working still. But we'll see. And if it is, then we can at least have a quick chat at 11 o'clock. So check your Zoom links. Part-time work. If you know of anybody looking for a part-time custodial job here at St. James, the location where Hope Fellowship is, and this is where we're living. We have the current custodians are finished at the end of August, and they need somebody new part-time starting in September. So if you're interested, send me a quick email. I'll email this document to you, and you can send your resume in. Also, there's work at the Homewood Suites in Hampton Inn in the Waterloo by St. Jacobs, right beside the outlet mall where we used to be. We've had a long relationship with Homewood Suites and the new Hampton Inn while we were at our location in the outlet mall. And so they said, hey, we're looking for some food and beverage team members, bartenders, servers, cooks, you name it. They're looking for everything. So if you know someone that needs a job, send me a quick email. And I'll forward the information to you. I'm probably going to put in the weekly newsletter or weekly email this week under behind the scenes. So that's where I put the other job. So yeah, if you need work, there you go. Financial support. Thank you for those that are supporting us, especially with summer being here. Summer's our toughest time financially, and I hope that we can start September strong and end the year well. I don't want to be ending 2021 with saying, we need money. I hate doing that. Just hate it. So, hey, for those that are supporting, thank you. Those that would like to, we're really open. If you're benefiting or enjoying the experience of connecting with Hope Fellowship, make a small donation. Help us out. Keep it going. That's really cool. If you're enjoying it, pay it forward. Love it. Next. Just a reminder, if this thing crashes today, we'll come back next week, and then we'll try at 11 o'clock for a Zoom. Okay, let's see who's watching today. Oh, hey, the new mama's in. I see that. Okay, so we've got Howard in Sorrento. He says that they're still socked in with a lot of smoke from the BC forest fire. So, Howard, thanks for chiming in and watching this morning. Hope you stay safe. I have no idea how close you are to the fires or what, but it's got to be scary. Joy and Mark, good morning. Great to have you with us. And then John and Brenda in Kitchener, great having you here. Dan, nice opening video of the Trent Severn locks. Gary did a new video. I hope you guys saw the countdown. That was a brand new one, and we're going to have to show it a couple weeks in a row. Most people would have missed the first couple minutes because you don't chime in until like 10 o'clock, but gotta watch next week, just a couple minutes early. The countdown's amazing. I love it. Norma in St. Jacobs, good morning. Pete, hey Pete. Elizabeth, good morning in St. Jacobs. Ron and Sharon, good morning. Good to see you. Alex and Karen in Ottawa, they say good morning to everyone. Debbie and Jerry in New Hamburg. And Carol at the University Gates. Yay. Julie, happy mama. Hey, congratulations to you and your family. We'd love to share that a picture or two. Maybe you guys can actually send me something that's okay to send. I posted the picture I posted. Somebody else posted, so I thought that's a cute one. So anyway, good morning, Jen and Dave and family. Gary, watching from the family room. Haha, cute. All right, Nancy, good morning. Yeah, that was a good opening countdown. I loved it. Nancy from London, good morning. Hopefully you and your family are doing well. Victoria, hey, good morning. Good to see you. I'm glad you're watching this morning. Hope you're encouraged today. Robinson from Pakistan, good morning. Hey, don't go away, Robinson. We've got Yeshua doing his newest song today. That's really cool. And we have Sandra from the UK, United Kingdom. Thrilled to have you with us this morning, Sandra. Russ and the family. Hey, there we are. Yeah, good luck with the computer. And then Mike from Oregon, good morning. Becky, can't wait to see our kids from Seattle today. 2 years now. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, well, I hope you get to. Sable from Pakistan, good morning. So good to have you with us. And Jen says she's listening from the car. Fun. And Cheryl and Art, hey, good morning. Good to see you. And of course, Aaron and Drew and family. Aaron, we gave your daughter a shout out. Happy birthday this morning. So I don't know if you heard that or not, but just so you know, she got a smile from me, and happy birthday to you, Lauren. Rod and Gail, good morning. Great to have you on. Okay, let's fingers crossed, nothing's crashing yet. So we got some great music this morning. Now, the music today is a little, it's not different, but it's different in my mind because of the selections I've chosen. Russ wrote a song called Good Morning, Lord, and given the stress that we're under, and again, look at the title of today's message: "Don't give up. Hope wins. Love wins. How to find hope in times of great pain and suffering." This is not going away. And some people will say, well, stop talking about it because now you're feeding negativity. I am not feeding negativity. I am speaking light into this darkness. And some people are going like this, la, 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 that there is no problem. And I'm saying, look, there is, and we've got somebody living inside us as the powerhouse to help us walk through this. So to go la, 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 la is like a total dishonesty to our soul. However you want to spin it. That's why I'm going through this. And this song, Good Morning, Lord, is a great prayer. Be Thou My Vision is a prayer, especially when we're seeing the wrong thing. So we are talking about redirecting our attention. And of course, Jesus, I Need You, Joshua sang the song. I never heard this song before. This is a brand new one to me. Some of you may know it, but I sure didn't. So Robinson, I'm looking forward to hearing it all the way through. I chose not to listen to it all the way through because I wanted to hear for the first time with Hope Fellowship. So this will be really, really good. So let's take this in. Please work. I hope you enjoy these songs. Let it speak to your soul today. Here we go.
Good morning, Lord. Nice to see you today. See your face smiling down on me. Thank you for the rain. We needed it badly. It will come, wash my tears away. You have called me into your arms. Oh, I will run and not grow faint. You take my burden to bear. Down at your cross, down at your cross. Sky to shine your light that changes me. Thank you for your son. We needed him badly. He has come, washed our sin away. You have called me into your arms. Oh, I will grow faint. Take my burden to bear. Down at your cross, down at your cross. You have called to me from a life of sin. I wanna run. You have called me into your arms. Oh, I will run and not grow faint. You take my burden to bear. You have called me into your arms. I will run and not grow faint. You take my burden to bear. Down at your cross, down at your cross. at your cross.
Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart, not be all else to me, say that thou art. Thou my best thought, by day or by night, waking or sleeping, thy presence my life. Be thou my wisdom and thou my true word. I ever with thee and thou with me, Lord. Thou my great Father and I thy true Son. Thou in me dwelling and I in thee one. We are one. Open my eyes to see, unveil my heart to thee, Spirit of God, awaken me. You are liberty. Come alive to me. High King of heaven, my victory won. May I reach heaven's joys, oh bright heaven's sun. Heart of my own heart, whatever befall, still be my vision, oh ruler of all. Ruler of all, open my eyes to see, unveil my heart to thee, Spirit of God, awaken me. You are liberty. Open my eyes to see, unveil my heart to thee, Spirit of God, awaken me. You are liberty. Come alive to me. You are liberty. Come alive in me.
Oh, be my answer, Lord, when the world has fallen quiet, you stand beside me. Give me a song in the night, and Jesus, I need you every moment. I need you. Hear this grace brought us, sing out your praise forever. Beauty for ashes, you find the weak and contrite heart, shoulder its burdens, carry it into the light. And Jesus, I need you every moment. I need you here now. This grace brought us, sing out your praise forever. Whoa. Remember love, remember mercy, Christ before me, Christ behind me. Your loving kindness has never failed me. Christ before me, Christ behind me. Remember love, remember mercy, Christ before me, Christ behind me. Your loving kindness has never failed me. Christ before me, Christ behind me. Remember love, remember love, remember love, remember love, remember love, remember love. Christ before me, Christ behind me. Come on, sing with me. And Jesus, I need you every moment. I need you here now. This grace brought us, sing out your praise forever. And Jesus, I need you every moment. I need you here now. This grace brought us, sing out your praise forever. Whoa.
Wow. That was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. Wow. All right, Joshua, I love your heart. Love that song. I love the prayer. It fits. Again, all three songs, they all fit. That hardly happens. I love it. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys were encouraged by that too. If you were, say so. Like, quit being so Canadian and quiet. I don't know how to say it. I'm not begging for response per se, but you know what? Interaction does help. That's why in person is so much better. Oh my goodness, I can hardly wait. Anyway, it's coming. A couple of hellos before we get into the kid story. I see that we've got Jim down in Windsor saying hello, and Erin's talking about her daughter seeing that. Saloma, good morning. Suzanne, hey, good morning. Good to see you there. Yeshua, you're watching. Yay, I'm so glad to see that. Cecil from Texas is watching. Goshia from Pakistan's watching. Thanks, Joy. Yeah, that was really, really cool. All right. Let's get into a kid's story. We've got the story of the Good Samaritan. So I hope you'll enjoy this. So if you got kids around, pull them to the TV or whatever you're watching on, or the computer monitor, whatever. This is a short story on the Good Samaritan. Terrell and his family are doing this one. I remember when we first watched it. There's a lot of smiles for sure. This is a good one. Here we go. That is not the kid's story. Hold on. This will be the kid's story.
Hi kids! Today we decided to use a parable and play with it a bit to get an idea about what it could look like in our world today. We had some fun with it, but the real story is way better. You can read it yourself in the Bible in Luke 10, the story of the Good Samaritan. There was once a man who contracted COVID-19. He was desperate for food and warm hugs because no one would come near him for fear of catching the virus. So he sat on his porch for a fortnight of isolation while watching people walk past his home, going about their merry way. He didn't have a phone or internet to schedule grocery deliveries, and he was so very hungry. His family and friends had all abandoned him, and he was lonely and sad. One day, a delivery of groceries was being delivered to his neighbor's house. He shouted to the delivery person,
"Please, sir, I'm cold and I'm hungry and I just need a warm hug. Can I have some of that food?"
No, aren't you the man who's COVID-19? Stay away. I don't want you to get sick.
The delivery man threw the groceries at the man's head and sped away. A few hours later, a little girl and her baby sister were walking their dog past the man's house. He cried out,
"Hi, please, I'm cold and lonely. Can I just have a warm hug?"
The older girl said,
Wait, are you the man with COVID-19? Stay away. I don't want to get sick. I'll sick my ferocious dog on you if you come any closer. Hallie, come! Hallie! Good girl.
As the sun was setting, the man felt he was nearing the end. He was cold, he was hungry, he just needed a warm hug. Then out of the blue, a young woman passed by on her way home from school. She was about to slip by when she felt a wave of compassion for the man. He cried out, "Hello, do you have a morsel of food? You can throw it at me and stay 2 meters apart. I'm so hungry and alone." The young woman said, "Here, I have a granola bar in my bag, as well as a water bottle and an apple. Do you want that?" The man replied, "Oh yes, that would be amazing." The woman walked up to him and gave him the food. "Stay back," he cried. "I have COVID-19. "I'm not afraid," said the young woman. "Can you see I'm protected? I've had the vaccine." She walked up to him, gave him the food, and asked, "Do you want a nice big warm hug?" The man said, "Yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you."
Luke 10:36-37. Paraphrase, of course. Then Jesus said, "Which one of these three people do you think was a neighbor to the man who was sick with COVID-19? The teacher of the law answered, "The one who helped him." Jesus said to him, "Then go and do the same thing he did."
Oh yeah, so ferocious dog, and I think they said there was what was in the bag? A water bottle and an apple, but he got a carrot and a canned chickpeas instead. That was awesome. I love it. Oh man. Well, hey, there's a good lesson to there today, and I think I didn't realize what the story was going to be. I forgot that part that was connected to the COVID-19 illustration. And there's something we can learn from this, of being kind and still loving, and not be harsh towards one another. That's a hard one, really hard. All right, just before we get into this today, just a reminder, if the stream cuts out or freezes, I'll try and get back as quick as I can, but if not, I should have it rebooted for 11 o'clock-ish for our Zoom call. So let's get into some good news today, because I'm eager to share some really cool stuff with you today. This is about not giving up. It can feel tiring. It feels like we're getting worn out more and more, but we don't need to be. I have times of feeling tired and worn out, and then I have times where I'm refreshed and rejuvenated, and so it's kind of interesting. But I want to begin with this. Jim Palmer, former megachurch pastor, posted something that I thought, I want to share this with you because it spoke to my heart in a really big way. And basically, his title was not "Which Spiritual Life Do You Seek?" I wrote that, but the content he wrote. So this is literally what he copied, what he put online. But I thought this is important for especially those that are watching Hope Fellowship's live streams or still growing in grace. The last many years, we've been expanding our understanding of God's grace and love, looking deeper, looking wider, and trying to find a better perspective. And so when I saw this, it was really powerful. So may this speak to your heart and your soul. Hear it in the best way possible. I think it's really cool. It starts off with this: be careful of spiritual life that is mostly mental, consuming more and more spiritual knowledge, conceptualizing new and improved spiritual beliefs, analyzing and debating this or that spiritual idea. So again, this is about being careful that whatever you're growing in isn't just a mental thing. I was thinking about this yesterday. You know, who is this Jesus I say I believe in? Do I experience him, or do I know about him? And sometimes, you know, the stuff we unlearn and learn is stuff about who Jesus is and about theology. And even that can get distracting. So wake up, heads up. I'm just warning you that if you don't have this idea in your mind, please have this there, because I don't want to get us into only talking about heady mental things. I want to speak to the heart, where we can feel and experience who God is in us and know God intimately through our relationship with him. So here's these three here. The next three, the idea of being careful of a spiritual life that mostly is mental by latching on to the latest and greatest spiritual guru. That's happening all the time. Who's the new leader? Who's the new spiritual cool person, or the one who is saying the most radical thing? Listen, some teachers will use shock statements just to get your attention and make you they're almost like trying to get you to make them a leader you must go to for your sustenance for a period of time. Listen, the only leader we're called to get our sustenance from and wisdom is Jesus. Now, having people around us is great. Having spiritual teachers, great. But when we elevate them to a status of guru, or that top leader, or here's the top 5, because I've wondered that. So why do we even bother having all these churches? Why do we bother having all these Christian ministries when there's a couple really good ones? Why not just let them do it? And then I realized, wait a minute, they're not connecting relationally with everyone. They're just doing a big ministry that is sustained on the bigness. So again, a warning: don't latch on to the latest and greatest. Let the Holy Spirit be your guide. But what about getting caught up in abstract and fantastical spiritual notions? Ooh, this is a new concept. Wow, never heard that before. And again, it can get away from you. Here's an example. I loved learning about quantum physics and how the connection to the quantum scientific world relates to who God is and how he's created this universe and holds it together. I think it's great. But then there are others who tend to overrun the base, and now the whole life is only about quantum physics, and God is out of the picture. God doesn't exist anymore. It was just for our own weakness that we have to think of God. Like, it can really overrun. And so those notions can be helpful, but don't be attracted to them just for the sake of the wowness. Now, if you're learning something cool from it, great, fine. But I'm just saying that sometimes you got to do your own evaluation. This is only something you can personally evaluate. I can't tell you what's right and wrong here. This is not for me to do that. This is between you and the Holy Spirit, you and Jesus. And sometimes we can lose sight of Jesus by looking at all this other stuff sometimes. It's just true. Searching for the magical spiritual formula. This is a big one. If you do this and this and this, now I've got the real truth. And Christians are terrible at this. We're like really bad at saying, I've got the truth. You don't. I've done it. Oh, have I done it? And so have you. We think we know so much. But the moment that arrogance comes out of our mouth, we need to stop and go, whoa, wait a minute. What makes me think I know so much more than that person? Do I know their whole life and experiences? Do I know their spiritual journey? Are they able to teach me something? No, because I know already. I know more than they do. So there's an arrogance about that kind of looking for the next magical, and then using phrases that are catchphrases, so that others that are in that same magical group, oh, they're part of that group. Oh, or you're weeding out people that don't understand your phrase. So now you're using a word with your own definition and then correct everyone else for their misuse of that word because you have a new definition. Like, this is just nuts. And anyway, that's why this thing of mental spirituality, is there a benefit to having the list I just gave, all 6? Well, we can find value in these, but this is not the goal of our spiritual journey. It is Christ. Let's keep going. Instead, I love this part. This is where it got really good. Instead, let's choose the simplest truth and earnestly embrace it and live it. Perhaps that truth is, and I'm going to give you a list of, I think, 4 or 5 things of truths that are better than the list we just walked through. Finding a guru, finding the next spiritual fad, the great phraseology that will, magically do the Harry Potter one, boom, you're now spiritually whole kind of thing. Like, no, we've already been given everything. Do you know that? We've been given everything already. So compassion, seeing others through eyes of understanding, empathy, tenderness, and solidarity, and alleviating their suffering in a tangible way. This is called love. Like, when I got through this list, I thought there's one missing, the word love. I want to add love to the list. But then I realized every one of these that I'm reading to is love, the love of God. So instead of those guru things, let's do compassion. What about courage? Refusing to participate in that which violates human dignity. Challenging, defying, and undermining systems and mentalities of injustice and oppression. Living the alternative and being an expression of what you are for. Identifying something bigger than yourself that truly matters and giving yourself to it boldly and bravely. Listen, there's way too much selfishness and self-centeredness in all of our spiritual journeys. It's about me, my journey, my wishes, my, me. What about me? What about me? If you've been saying, what about me, my rights, my wishes, my desires, you're clearly, that's evidence of the opposite of agape. Okay? You figured it out yourself. But here, this is about other-centered. So we need to ditch self-centeredness. And this is a really hard one to consider. Next one. Let's perhaps go for the truth of action, accepting responsibility for your self-actualization and addressing the root causes of your suffering. Oh, interesting. Taking on new ways of being in the world based upon your values and convictions. Applying vigorous thinking and effort towards building a world of less suffering and more flourishing. This sounds extremely inclusive. Huh. Oh, right. Religion is exclusive. Do you know that? The Christian religion is exclusive, not inclusive. Christianity, Christ, is inclusive. It's not us versus them. It's about seeing all in Christ, seeing Christ in all. This action one is powerful. Oh my goodness, I hope you read through that again later. Speech, abstaining from false, malicious, divisive, cynical, gossip, or hostile speech, and speaking in ways that promote harmony, goodwill, and solidarity. Speaking mindfully so your words are purposeful, constructive, and life-giving. Ouch, this one hurts. Because there are times I don't speak life-giving. I'm ticked off at someone or something. It's like, grrr, I can't believe that person did that. And, like now how do we stay human in all this? It's okay to express. Do it to God, because he can handle it, like David did. He vented to God constantly. It was a brilliant vent. And then that vent was God allowing him to speak the vent, and then God guided him to a proper perspective and raised his chin back up, and he saw the face of God, and he ends most of his psalms with, "Yet I'll praise you," even though he started off with, "God, take their heads off." Our speech. I think there's a wonderful scripture that talks about, keep your eyes or focus on these things, the things that are good, noble, pure, all those things. If that's about thinking, this is about speaking the same thing. It's the same, because when you're thinking those things, you're going to produce those in your words. This is a powerful section. What about virtue? Perhaps that truth is virtue, seeking to attune every thought and action according to honesty, integrity, nobility, trustworthiness, prudence, courage, justice, mercy, and joyfulness. Whew. This is a big contrast from what we started with, those 6 lines. One of these things, oh my goodness. These are just a few. And again, that's why this was cool. And I finally saw this line, it says, these are just a few of the simple truths. Because I was going to say, well, I want to add love, but every one of those virtues or those things, those different truths to focus on instead are rooted in agape. The point is that you identify your truth and what inspires you and embrace it fully. Let that be your spiritual path. Now, I can already hear somebody say, wait a minute, Jesus is supposed to be your spiritual path. Hang on. Okay, when you do that, you're revealing, in fact, a big light bulb goes off above your head. It's red. Ding, 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 ding. You're revealing your control issues. You really are. And Christians have been trained really well to be control freaks, to control their environment, to control everyone around them, to make everyone believe exactly the same thing. And we have all of our catchphrases that everything has to fit into. But Jesus does not do that. Why do you think Jesus used so many parables and idioms and illustrations to make points? Because all people and all walks of life have to be addressed. So this could sound like, well, you're just saying be spiritual on the inside. Listen, I believe Jesus is our source. Okay? So I'm coming at this from the source is Jesus. So when we see this and say, hey, follow what inspires you, it's Jesus that inspires us. Okay? I think that is the root by far. Let that be your spiritual path. Let Jesus be your path. I just think this is such a big deal, and I don't want to lose sight of truth, of what we should be focusing on. It's easy to get distracted with the pains and sufferings of stuff around us, or even better, our frustrations, because we are full on our frustrations these days, and it's hard. It's really, really hard. But our frustrations are not who we are. Our frustrations are not who we are. Let me see if I can get to it. I'm gonna go to this and I'll come back to it. But I want to get to, there it is. I know I'm going to get through it. I'm just tired of going through it. I know I'm going to get through it. I'm just tired of going through it. When I saw that thought, I went, yep, I'm getting tired. And I've been, other people have been tired too. But I'm for the first time, I'm feeling a little more tired in some ways. This it's just catching up, and it's okay. And when you acknowledge it, it forces a change. So to make small tweaks and changes, and I think this is important. So, what is it that inspires you? Is it the truth of Christ or the next spiritual fad? That's a big thing to consider, and I hope Jim Palmer's phrase there will really, really, really inspire you.